So sometimes you got to tell white lies. And that brings me to JJ Redick, the new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, I hope he doesn't get upset for my engagement farming of his name in the Lakers and Bronny James here on July 4th. But JJ Redick was asked a tough question at a press conference this week, and he had a choice. He could tell a little white lie, or he could be a truth teller. Listen, I'm rooting for Bronny. I'm happy the Lakers drafted him at 55. I think he's going to be a solid NBA player. 10, 12-year career in the rotation. I think he's going to be fine. But don't pee on my leg and tell me it's raining, okay? Everybody who watched college basketball, everybody who pays attention to the sport, Bronny didn't earn this. I mean, the guy averaged 4.8 points per game. He started like 6 games. I know he had the cardiac arrest, which obviously hindered his season, but don't tell me he earned this. Like that, you just can't do that. But this is what JJ Redick signed up for, right? Hey, man, it's the Lakers. Every question you get asked, you got to be careful. You're under the spotlight. They are coming after you. The ink-stained wretches who follow the Lakers around, they tweet out everything. Every soundbite has a chance to go viral. And this one is going viral for JJ. Not in a good way. Everybody said, oh, he didn't earn it. Well, we know it's not always what you know. It's who you know. And let's be real. Bronny was drafted. His dad is the greatest player in the history of the NBA. He is an all-NBA talent still. He's running the Lakers. Why shouldn't they have taken him? 55th overall, you're taking a flyer on somebody at 55. It's not the end of the world. But this is what JJ Redick can expect. And the real question is, JJ, are you ready come November, December? Lakers, bit of a slide. Bronny hasn't played in a week or two. It's not unheard of that a rookie wouldn't play in a week or two, but he's sitting on the bench. And the media comes up and, JJ, hey, Bronny's not playing. Are you thinking of sending him to the G League so he can get some reps? And then what happens with the white lies? Is Redick going to keep it up? Now, for Bronny, he's in a tough spot. The way he handled some of these questions I thought was phenomenal. But he is in an extremely difficult spot because everybody knows the deal. His dad got him drafted. And there's nothing wrong with that. I expect Redick to be flawless at the mic. I mean, he was a player for well over a decade, handled the media all the time. Then he transitioned into announcing and podcasting. He's going to be great. I think he's going to handle it okay. Bronny's the one I'm worried about, but he's 19 and he crushed it. That answer was perfect. Yes, the New York Giants have been a hot mess for a good 5 years. I would call it a dumpster fire, but that might be a little too strong. So Hard Knocks is a pretty great franchise that HBO has had, and they used to just do the preseason, and then that kind of got stale, so they started to do like an in-season, and now they're doing an off-season Hard Knocks, and Hard Knocks is with the New York Giants. And you guys know the Giants were terrible last year, one of the worst teams in the league, and there is a sense that the head coach, Brian Daboll, who everybody likes, he's probably fine. But the GM, Joe Schoen, is definitely under some heat. And I know they're kind of a package deal being Buffalo guys, but Shane seems to be a little nervous for his job. And how do I know this? Because he's saying totally insane stuff in front of the cameras on Hard Knocks. There was a moment with about Brian Burns where he is like kind of almost like a goofy middle schooler going up to girls asking if they want to dance. And he's like, oh, how about a trade? What can I get Brian Burns off your hands for? Ha, ha. It's like, dude, stop hamming it up for the cameras. But he goes further, and it becomes about Saquon Barkley and then Daniel Jones. And, you know, we can't get the video for you, but I have the quote, and this is just mind-numbingly stupid, okay? Joe Schoen is defending Daniel Jones to his coaches and actually had the cojones to utter, the reality is facts, 3 serious injuries in 2 years. We need to protect ourselves. Jones didn't have much of a chance this year. That's legit. 4 guys, the core guys that were going to play together, played less than 60 snaps together. He's talking about the offensive line. Miami, we got effing 3 practice squad guys playing for us. Like nobody could, bad word, you could have a Patrick Mahomes and he couldn't win behind that. I'm not giving up on Daniel Jones. And listen, yes, there is some facts there. They had offensive line injuries. Whoop-de-damn-do. Who doesn't? Welcome to the NFL, Joe Schoen. Is this your first run? Like, everybody has offensive line injuries. You going to cry about it? And that's the reason Daniel Jones isn't great? And Patrick Mahomes couldn't win behind him because Patrick Mahomes struggled without his tackles in the Super Bowl against a historically great Tampa pass rush? Like, this is embarrassing. I mean, I just want to remind people, I had to look this up. This is almost, you can't believe this stuff. So Daniel Jones has played in 60 games. He has 46 fumbles. 46 in 60 games. He's had one good, and I'm going to use air quotes, good season. That was 2 years ago when they went to the playoffs, beat the Vikings. They were 9-6-1. You know Daniel Jones threw 15 touchdown passes that season? That's his good season. Why can't you just admit that he's not the guy? It's because you gave him the big fat contract. You paid Daniel Jones instead of Saquon Barkley when everybody knew that that's a terrible mistake. And I'm just telling you, I will not forget anytime soon, Cowherd and I on this show talking about the market for Daniel Jones. And there was no market. The Giants were literally bidding against themselves. If Daniel Jones said, hey, I don't like what you guys are dealing me here, I'm going to go test the market. And the Giants said, go for it. Daniel Jones would not have sniffed the contract the Giants gave him. So they gave him $40 million. I remember instant acrimony in the locker room, all sorts of, Saquon Barkley's now unhappy. He's our best player. Oh, there's more. Here's what Joe Schoen said about Saquon Barkley. You know, they lost him, and now it's embarrassing because it's like he got stolen by your division rival, the Eagles. And the Eagles are like, oh, we're all giddy. We got Saquon Barkley. I read an article this week that someone actually compared the potential of Saquon Barkley joining the Eagles to what Christian McCaffrey did for the Niners offense. Yeah, that's how excited people are on Saquon. Now, that might be a bit of a stretch, but Saquon Barkley's really, really good. And here's what Joe Schoen said about Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones. We have to upgrade the offensive line, and you're paying Jones $40 million, and it's not to hand the ball off to a $12 million back. My plan is to address the offensive line at some point in free agency. We're sitting at 6. There's a chance you get an offensive weapon there. This is the year for Daniel. So they got that weapon, the receiver from LSU, I believe Neighbors, and now you have no Saquon Barkley. There's no threat of a run game whatsoever. Defenses will line up. Go ahead, run against us. Good luck. Your offensive line stinks. You don't have a running back that scares us. Okay, good luck.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Uncle Colin. Subscribe here to get the latest from the herd, including exclusive behind-the-scenes videos and more, wherever you may be, however you may be watching. Thanks again for making us part of your day.